Ladies, Rise and Grind has come to an end for season 1. And here we are at the throne. Rocco makes. Follow them on Instagram. Alright, just kidding. That's kind of funny. Maybe we'll use that as like a blooper. What's up, guys? Here we are. Season finale. Rise and Grind. It's been a good time. Let's recap it all.
All right. So, Christian, what was your favorite episode to work on?
Favorite episode was number 4, honestly. I thought it was awesome. We got up early. We hit up LA Fitness. We got a great lift in. And then we were having a great time over here in the crib, making some extra videos. Some very nice videos, if you know what I mean.
Our second question is, at which episode did you feel the least excited and why?
The least excited? Ooh, interesting. 5? What was 5?
5 was Stonework.
No, 5 was exciting. 5 was exciting, honestly. Oh, actually...
Because it's 5 weeks of...
Maybe 2, actually. 2.
Yeah.
As much as I loved having my brother around, it was awesome having him around, but it was kind of like the first one, we were like, yeah, we're doing this Rise and Grind, this is awesome. And it's like anything else. And then you like, as soon as it becomes normal or a little bit mundane, you start to second guess yourself, and you're like, is this silly? Like, why am I just recording myself working out? Like, am I asking for too much attention? Like, shouldn't I just be grinding and saying, like, I'll show up in the field, and just kind of getting all those negative thoughts about, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. What are we getting? What are we really getting out of this? Those negative thoughts were coming in on us. You know, it was feeling very mundane. But as we kept going, and I loved that we kept pushing through into 3, 4, 5, especially episode 4, and then episode 5 of the Stones. I was like, man, excuse me, I keep burping. Those cashews are really good. I was like, man, this is exciting. Like, this is fun. You know, I enjoy lifting weights. I enjoy doing ridiculous things like lifting 300-pound stones. So why not share it with people? And some people liked it too. So I definitely love that we kept it going.
Awesome. And what surprised you during this experience, filming the whole preseason?
What surprised me? The fact that we only got like 50 views a video. I mean, I thought we were killing. I was waiting for us to go viral after that all dark episode 1 and 2. No, hey, you know what surprised me? Not to be too much of a negative thinker, maybe I was, but no, I thought I didn't know if we were gonna stick to it like anything else. I was like, well, yeah, let's go for it, let's try it. But...
Awesome. And November went as planned. And what are your plans for December?
Plans for December to finally play some football, and it won't truly be the way I want it to be with pads on, but that's okay. We'll get into mini camp. We'll have our helmets on, and honestly, I'm excited to be over there in DC, meet my new teammates and my new team, and it'll just be really exciting to be in a locker room again and doing what I love.
So can you give us a quick highlight sentence of what you thought football was for you and what got you excited in middle school, high school, college, the NFL, and now what you really think about at going into the XFL season?
Interesting. Middle school, probably like, wow, football is really cool. I want to be really good at it and play quarterback. High school, probably like, man, I really want to make it the NFL. So what do I do to go D1? Because I know that'll help. That was a run-on sentence. So, sorry. Kind of broke the rule there maybe a little bit, but, you know, commas. Yeah. Humor's been really kicking it off in this long one. You can see what happens when I don't have Esteban cutting this stuff up. Really just carries the dryness. I probably should move on to college now. College, it was like, what was college? Oh my God, where do I start? College is a lot of sentences. Let me say this one. College was like, in the beginning at least, freshman year, first time away from home. Damn, training camp is depressing. I miss my girlfriend. I miss my home. I miss New Jersey. That was college. It was a good time though. But, and then the NFL. Ooh, the NFL. This is awesome. Honestly, no, the NFL, this is awesome. This is awesome, and this is really hard as well. You know, like anything else, like, you know, you got to, whatever that Spider-Man saying is, you know, more responsibility comes more.
With great power comes great responsibility.
There you go. That's why I need Esteban with the cuts. With great power comes great responsibility. Cut that in just like that.
Yep.
No, but yeah. So the NFL, it was really awesome. I loved it. It was also really tough. The pro game, everybody's at the highest level. You got to be there too. So it's very demanding, very rewarding. It was great. And now the XFL. I honestly, I just think it's the NFL, but I have an even better mindset and more appreciation for it because being away from the game for about a year and a half now, I definitely have missed it. And I sure have enjoyed some things I did in between. You know, I worked at Merrill Lynch for a couple months, and that's something that I plan to return to. But even working there, as much as I enjoyed that, and I enjoy the finance world, I enjoy showing up to an office every day and staying in touch with the times and the news and, you know, getting after it and being goal-oriented. I really did like that side of it too, but I felt like the more I did that, the more I was like, man, that itch is still itching. I want to play some more football. I know I got some more in me, so I just feel blessed to be able to have this opportunity to play football again and to do it for a living at 28 and a half years old, man. Getting old as heck, it feels like. You know, you got to be 30 years old, and here I am, still get to play a kid's game. So I just feel very fortunate. And I also feel very fortunate that I have all 37 viewers following me along for the ride. That's right.
So, if there's something that you could say to your Albanian fans, someone who is just like you, but they're back home or here in the States or wherever they are, and they're just thinking, you know, they want to play football for some reason.
Yeah.
What can you say to give some encouragement? Or even someone who doesn't play football, but they're just, they tuned in.
Yeah. Well, in Albanian, first I'll say, së gjithmonë faleminderit shumë për juve, të njerëzit shqiptar, që jeni në Shqipëni ose në tonë botë, prej men keni respektuar shumë, qysh se kam hinë në NFL keni darë shumë, dhe faleminderit shumë për respektin që më keni lanë, edhe për shtymin që më keni lanë. Jam krenar si mune me kenën një njëri si ju jep juve forcë edhe besim në kombin tonë, se di se jena shumë njerëz krenarë edhe kena qef me pa njanin tonë të arrit net. Edhe gjuhën Shqip se kam veç mirë, se kam ikë qysh në vjeç për Shqipënis, po me komuniku të patin komunikojnë. But so yeah, what I said there, you know, I'm very thankful of the Albanian people, and I'm you know, proud of where I come from. You know, that the work ethic that, you know, my parents and that culture instilled in me, I would not be here without it, and I truly mean that. And you know, what I would say to the young kids in Albania today, and we just, you know, in episode Rising Ground episode 7 or 8, we talked to Besnik, who's, you know, an Olympic skier who represented Kosovo in the Olympics. He's training right now for the 2022 Winter Olympics, and he had this very similar message that I would say is, if you have a dream as a kid, to every kid, but, you know, to Albanian kids it feels a little near and dear. Sometimes you have a dream and you might be discouraged from it because it's something new, especially if you're young and you're your family's first generation here. There's a lot of fear involved. You know, we're afraid, I think, a little bit to let our kids dream big. And I would tell you that if something really matters to you and you're passionate about it, to stick to it, you know. And the thing is, make sure you're passionate about it, all right? This is a big point now. It's not like you just say, well, I got this dream, so screw my parents, let me just go for it. Check yourself, you know, are you actually willing to put in time day in and day out? Do you spend a majority of your free time on that dream that you're passionate about? And if the answer is yes, then believe in yourself and don't worry about the naysayers, don't worry about the doubters. If you love what you're doing, then chase it and go for it, you know. But make sure it's real to you and make sure that you really want to do it, you know, and that's not an easy thing to do. You have to really be honest with yourself. I have to retrospect, whatever the word is, all the time. I try to journal and I try to make sure, well, you know, I'm very passionate about football and get back to football. Am I really putting in all the time into football, you know, or do I just show up to the weight room? You know, what am I doing extra? Am I stretching? And sometimes I fall short. And it's important to keep yourself in check, whatever age you are, whatever you're at, whether you want to be an artist, a filmmaker, you know, ask yourself those questions. Are you doing what you really feel like you need to be doing or you ought to be doing to get to the next level, to give yourself the best chance? And if you are, then stick to your dreams. Screw the naysayers. Screw the people that might say this doesn't make enough money or this is dangerous, because you know what? Life is dangerous. You know what's dangerous? Not doing what you love. So, yeah, I hope that can push you guys and help you out. And then not everybody has to have a huge, big dream either. It's okay if you don't want to play football or anything crazy like that too. That makes sense.
Any last thoughts? Just looking back at the last 5 weeks. And just one, if you could just summarize it, what comes to mind Rise and grind, 1 through 10.
Running up that hill, episode 1. That was fun, honestly. That was exciting. And I got a lot out of that. Initially we were pumped to do it, and I was like, oh, we'll see what comes out of this. And after episode 1, and even during it, I was like, this is exciting. This is cool. Here we are, 6 a.m. And I love the grind, man. I love the chase. And as I was doing it, I was like, yeah, this is exciting. This is worth it to share my chase and my grind with other people. Not because, oh, look at my grind. It's because I feel like we all go through this grind, whatever our job is, whether it's taking care of our family. I got 2 dogs, so I don't know if I can brag like this. I'm talking like I got 4 kids now, but everything has a grind to it. We're all getting up and we're all trying our best. And I just feel like I was like, yeah, let me share the grind with the others. We've all watched Rocky drink his 5 eggs in the morning and go run up those stairways. And I don't know about you, but I get fired up. So it was really cool to kind of be like, let me share my grind. Let me share my version of that. That was definitely that's what we aimed to do. I don't know if we succeeded. My production editing wasn't the best, so I had to work with what I got. Great jokes, Christian. You're killing it.
Oh wait, I just realized I didn't hit record.
It's like no recap.
No recap. And scene.
All right, boys. Big man, come here, Max. Get
Bring him in.
Bring him in. Come here, boys. Come on, big boy. Sit down. Come here, Max. Come here.
Who's Rocky? Who's Max?
Sit down, Rocky. Sit down. See, Rocky's a smart one. Sit down, boy. Sit. See, he's looking at the camera. He's a smart one. Max, he was looking that way. He started looking closer to the camera, so he's getting better. Rocky, 4-year-old Labrador. Maximus Spox, 2.5-year-old Crescent Canario Mastiff. I love these guys. I got Rocky in Seattle when he was an 8-week-old puppy. I got Max in Chicago when he was a 7-week-old puppy. So a bunch of raw meat later and kibbles. We mix it up. Here we are. Big boys. Rise and grind. See you later. All right, so I got Andrew Luck at quarterback, Dalvin Cook at running back, Brandon Cooks at receiver, Juju Smith-Schuster at receiver. I got Marpet. I just got him at guard. But basically all across the board, I got a bunch of 80, 81, 82 overalls that are just okay in the game. I learned after that last game I definitely need to get someone with crazy good speed. Need to get a really good route runner and maybe even a speedy quarterback. It just seems like you need these game breakers to have a chance to make an indent in people in this, in Madden Ultimate Team now, because everybody's got their 4, 5, 90 overalls that are just studs, and you got to match up against those guys.
Next question. If you could play Madden with a former teammate, who would it be?
If I could play with a former teammate, it would definitely be Deontrez Mount. He got the best of me a couple times in Indy. I'd definitely like to get a rematch.
And what is your favorite D and offensive play, and why? Like, if you need to choose one of each.
My favorite offensive play is probably the gun doubles weak from the Vikings playbook with the slot post over the middle. I feel like that's a good cover 4 beater. Guys love to run cover 4. I look for that slot to get over that safety on the opposite side. And if they sit back and you can't get that deep route, the delayed halfback release is always a good check down. And then favorite defensive play. Lately, I've really been liking the nickel double mug look, where the 2 linebackers come up in the A gaps. I blitz all 6 guys. I quarterback contain. I press and I play underneath, and then I'll use her a corner and sprint back against their fastest receiver. Or you can press and play over top. Use her the guy that's man on the running back, and then if his running back blocks and doesn't release, you use that guy to pick off any crossing routes while you have your defense playing over the top. I just feel like that's a good change-up with guys trying to play this aggressive style play now and run around, and they have all day to throw against cover 3, cover 4. There's really no pass rush in this game, so that is a good change-up to kind of change it up on guys on defense.
And your favorite D?
That was my favorite D. I did both. Yeah.
So next question: what do you think about esports? Where do you see esports going?
I think esports
and the players.
I think esports is really intriguing. Honestly, it's just crazy because at first it sounds silly. Not gonna lie, I've loved playing video games my whole life. I've always been an avid Madden player. I remember 13 years old going to the store, getting the game, taking the bus back. Opening day. But anyway, it would be awesome to see esports succeed. And I think it kind of already has started to do that. And honestly, not to give it, it's not the same as regular sports, but I do think that like playing against top guys in Madden, you realize these guys are no joke. Like, the guys are at a high level and they're there for a reason. Like, they've actually practiced their stuff. They know their plays just like that. As you can see when I was playing that game, I don't really know my plays. I don't have my go-to plays like that. I just kind of know football, and I'll say, okay, well, he lines up in nickel, so let me line up in 22 and see how you can defend the stretch play, basic stuff like that. But there's guys out here that know their plays, they have their stuff together, and they prepare. And honestly, it's to be taken seriously. It's kind of exciting. And I think another thing that's really cool about esports is it's just one versus one. It comes down to a lot of times who can execute under pressure and who has the composure to kind of be mentally sharp when it matters, which is similar to a lot of great sports we watch.
And do you feel like playing Madden during a stressful day or any time of the day, really, do you feel like playing the actual game of Madden as a video game, does it help you in any way, shape, or form as a football player?
I mean, obviously it helps me, de-stress and tone down from the day. My girlfriend would argue not, because there's been times where I can yell at Madden a lot. It doesn't sound like I'm de-stressing, if that's even a word. But no, it definitely is a good way to kick back and just get away from everything. And it is football. So, I mean, listen, it's not like I've learned my football from Madden. Obviously I learned most of my football playing football, but it's kind of cool how the game is getting better now and things are getting closer and closer to real life, except for some things, Madden, like a pass rush, like, linebackers, defensive ends setting the edge, but let me not get into that. But yes, no, you can learn football from Madden too, which I think is kind of cool. You can learn coverages, you can learn what works against certain coverages, and I'd say there's the pretty good relationship between Madden and real life with some of the general nuances, kind of. Except for not setting the edge, EA. Linebackers set the edge on run plays. That happens consistently, believe it or not. Yep.
Do you feel like as a student, and say if you're a student who doesn't typically watch football, but you want to get into it, do you feel like just picking up the game, if you could recall when you were younger, did it really help you to look forward to run back home after school to play this game and to learn a lot of knowledge from the actual video game versus watching it on TV?
Oh, excuse me. I think it honestly it was unique for me. I think it helped me. It added to my drive to make it to the NFL, and I know that sounds silly. I'm sure I would have had the drive without it. I mean, a big part of it was playing football and watching the NFL, and I used to watch NFL Network and watch NFL films growing up. Literally, I remember throughout the summer, that's just what I would do. I would play Madden. It's kind of sick. It's like nerdy, extreme football nerd. I would play Madden. I would watch NFL films, and I'd get a workout in. I mean, literally, that's what I did. I was obsessed, and yeah, Madden definitely helped with my football obsession, which no regrets on that one.
If you could recommend one thing to someone who's thinking about joining a football team, any high school athlete, anyone who's just looking to even get into a pickup game during this Thanksgiving time and just wants to nerd out too with football, what would you recommend to anyone who's getting interested with football right now?
I would just tell you to do what you enjoy, man. I mean, football is great, but I tell this to kids all the time, honestly. Think about what makes you happy. Don't play it because other people play it. Don't get caught up in the hype, so to speak. What do you enjoy doing? If football is fun, then have fun and play it. And then I would definitely tell them to not get discouraged if you're not that good to start out. My first year playing football in 7th grade, I think I made it through half the season. I was literally the worst player on the team, I think so. I mean, I just remember playing guard and couldn't block anybody, couldn't do anything. It was just super awkward sport for me. I mean, luckily I learned pretty quickly. In 8th grade, I played tight end, and it started to come along pretty quick. But it's definitely an awkward game, and I'd say to just, if you enjoy it, definitely play it, and then don't judge it by how good you are to start out, because there can definitely be a learning curve in the beginning.
And is there anything you want to say to the Rise and Grind community? Rise and Grind
community. Man, right now there's not a lot of you. We get 50, 100 views per clip, but 20 of those are me and Esteban clicking back and forth. But no, I really appreciate you guys. I hope you've enjoyed the content. We're just starting out, me and Esteban ourselves right now. He's got a passion for producing content. I have a passion for entertaining and just being a goofball, honestly. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you guys have any feedback, we welcome it, honestly. You know me on Instagram, Christian90, Health Evolution. DM us, message us, any feedback, any things you guys like to say. We appreciate the engagement. Even if you tell us we suck, just tell us why we suck. But yeah, thanks.